Hello everyone, my name is Andrei and I'm from the group Cooling. Today I would like to present my part of our project, and that is our draw function, our draw left function and our loop function. So let's begin. First of all, we will start from our function called draw, which is responsible for drawing our whole data on the screen. And let me show what it does. So first of all, it update game data. It calls our update game data function. So our whole data is updated. This function is above. So then we have a variable called draw now, which is responsible for visibility cases, and we will see how. So let's begin. First of all, we have context.drawImage rbeam. So this is responsible for drawing our background images in proper places according to its x coordinate. So xy coordinate, which is always 0, and the dimensions are a and b, which are our canvas width and height. So it draws our background images properly. Then we have beam not loss x. Then we check whether we have our beam not loss x. So this draws our beam not loss x, which is our fifth background. Then we have this condition: if a start is true, so we start to draw the weapons, our weapons of our hero, and here is the code for it. So it checks whether it exists or not according to is it, and if it is true, it draws the balls according to its x coordinates, its y coordinates, its radius. Then we have here it is the color, and here it is the width. Then we have the part for our enemy shoots. So for every enemy we draw every shoot. So it's two-dimensional for loop, and then and if that shoot exists, which we check by this condition, we draw that circle according to its x, its y coordinates, its radius, and according to its color, and according to its line width. Then we have the part for our barriers. It just draws according to its image, its x, its y, and its width. It is 45 times a over 1000, and 45 times a over 1000. This part, a over 1000, is I have written this because originally the canvas width was 1000, so when I changed it to window.innerWidth, it just to be proper to our window. Then we have the part for our enemies to be drawn. First of all, we check whether it is level 3 or not, because and then we draw the image for our enemies according to its x coordinates and y coordinates. And the difference is here is that the height of our enemy in level 3 is smaller than in level 1 and level 2. Then the visibility cases. So first of all, for barriers, this is the case when our hero hits a certain barrier. So if the condition for collision taking place, we check whether our whether visibility of the bar is modulo 10 is 0 or not, and if it is, we draw our hero. So as we saw in our update bar, this visibility changes whenever this condition taking place. So this condition will take place only once in 10 times. So we will see that our hero appears from time. Is drawn from time to time, so we get that effect, that visibility effect. So it appears and disappears and appears and disappears, and we break this because so if if there are two barriers that it hits, this part will take place only once. If I is so when our for loop is ends when I is equal to bar dot length minus 1, we do thrown out plus plus. In this way we will sum up all visibility cases when just sum up all visibility cases when collision conditions don't take place. Then we have the visibility case for our enemies. So if the collision takes place, we do the same thing. We change our visibility in our update enemy, and whenever it's whenever modulo 10 is equal to 0, we draw our hero, and we break it. And if our for loop reaches the end, we do draw now plus plus. Then we have visibility case for boss. Here also, if the condition takes place, we change our boss fees, and whenever it is modulo 10, it is drawn. Otherwise, we do draw now plus plus. And as we have only one boss, we don't do any else if condition. Then we have the case when an enemy shoots us. So if the ball of our enemy if we have a collision with the ball of our enemy, we fix that x and y coordinates in our update enemy shoot function, and according to that fixed x and y coordinates, we draw our fire on plane image and break because there may be multiple collisions. Then we check if level is 3 and draw our buildings and walls, and we check this because they are drawn only. They exist only in the 3rd level. So here we draw our ground buildings, the buildings that are on the that are below according to its x, y, and y coordinates and its image, and here are the dimensions. Here the dimensions. Its width is a over 40 and its height is b over 5. Then we have the case for our ceiling buildings, again according to its x, y, and image, and also according to its height and width, its width and height. So I will continue in the next video.